It kind of looks like the Grinch puked all over this baking tray.
Given my total lack of skill when it comes to making Christmas cookies, apparently, you might understandably feel very sorry for the recipients of my childhood Christmas gifts. When I was a kid, every year I used to make for family and friends little gift boxes of cookies. Then as I got older, I started giving proper gifts, but now the older I get, the more I come to think that food is actually one of the best gifts of all. I may not be very skilled at making Christmas cookies, but I do know someone who's a little bit better. That's why today, in the spirit of giving, Ava's gonna make 3 different kinds of Italian Christmas cookies that are perfect for giving as a gift this year.
Start with a cookie from the center of Italy. These are called Torroncino Abruzzese or Spumino Abruzzese.
I don't even know what Torroncino means.
Torroncino, Harper, in English is like nougat. Nougat?
Oh, like Torrone.
Sì, like Torrone.
What's the difference between Torrone and Torroncino?
Torrone is the big one, Torroncino is the smaller one. Easy. It's made with almond, sugar, some cinnamon, egg whites, and lemon zest. For these recipes, we need just the egg white. So what I'm going to do is separate the yolk. I don't really suggest to use the egg white in a brick because sometimes they don't really make a real meringue.
In a brick?
In a brick.
Egg white in a brick?
See, what you find in a brick like what you use to build the home.
What other kind of brick do you mean?
In Italian we say brick, but we mean that...
Like in a bottle?
See.
That's why all your bridges collapse. You're building your bridges out of egg whites.
Oh, Harper. Second step, you need to mix the lemon zest with the sugar. Third step is mixing in the sugar and in the lemon zest some cinnamon. Now, how much cinnamon? How much you like? Because as Parmigiano cheese, there isn't no right quantity for cinnamon. We need to ground our almonds. Now, don't use almond flour because this is not going to work. We want the whole almonds grounded, and they don't need to be very fine. They need to be, I will show you.
Give me some slack. A little bit more, tiny bit more. Oh, almost there, almost there. Got it.
As you can see, it's not really fine. It's what we call granella. When your egg whites start to be like that, which means solid egg white, you need to start adding some sugar. And now we mix our granella di mandorle with our meringue. Now we need to form our cookies, and how we do them? We take a small piece of cookie dough, I don't know how to call it. Then you make a small salsicciotto, small sausages, with 2 knives. You try to form them and give a shape like this.
Like a brick.
Like a brick. cookies are from Abruzzo. In Abruzzo you find them coated in different ways. One of them is with extra meringue, so I'm going with this.
I'm dreaming of a white Torroncini, just like the ones in Abruzzo.
This cookie don't really need to cook. They need more to dry out, which means that I'm going to bake them for 45 minutes, 50 minutes at a very low temperature, about 195 degrees Fahrenheit, which means 90 degrees Celsius.
They smell really good.
I can't believe how
They
good
smell really
they
good.
smell. Mamma mia.
I got gift boxes. It's very convenient that the Christmas colors are also the Italian flag colors.
It will be all paper. No cookies, just paper.
Okay, you ready to cook the second cookie?
Sì, Alper, certo.
Before Eva makes the next cookie, a quick word about today's video's sponsor, which, come to think of it, is actually a great food-related gift as well, even if it's for yourself. Trade is a coffee subscription service that helps you make better coffee at home. They'll send coffee right to your door how and when you want it, and it's always curated specifically for you and your tastes. They've partnered with over 55 of the best roasters so that you can enjoy their craft from the comfort of your own home. They will pair you with the coffees that you're sure to love, using a blend of science and art to figure out what you like to drink. It's especially great for me because I know very little about coffee, I just know what I like, and so when you're trying to sort through all these local roasters and you're trying to figure out what's best for you, it can be hard to know. So having a helping hand is very useful. The coffee from Trade is roasted to order and shipped to you when you need it. You can subscribe for regular shipments, or you can just buy a starter pack to see if you like it. Whether it's to yourself or to a loved one, if you want to give the gift of coffee this season, then use the link down in the description below. If you do, then you will get a free extra bag of fresh coffee with any subscription purchase. A big thank you to Trade for sponsoring today's video. So I take it that the second cookies are a little bit more complicated.
Just a little bit. Here we are in Veneto because these cookies are from Veneto. These cookies are called Zaeti, several versions, several names. The word zaletto means actually yellow because, as you can see, these cookies are made with polenta flour. If you don't find the polenta flour, feel free also to use cornmeal because at the end it's always corn. In addition to the cornmeal, you will need 00 all-purpose flour, milk, a little bit of baking powder, some butter, eggs, lemon, sugar, a pinch of salt, and some raisins. As always, when you cook with raisins, you need to soak the raisin. Now, you can soak the raisin with some water, but this time I'm going to use some rum. And I'm going to use rum because I don't have grappa. Now, my friends from Veneto, they will forgive me, I'm going with rum. While the butter is melting, I'm going to mix polenta flour with the 00 flour. When the milk starts to boil a little bit, if the time is the moment to add our flour. At the end, we are making a sweet polenta. As with the polenta, you need to add the flour a little bit at the time and keep whisking.
Curious what a sweet polenta tastes like. Oh, that's good. We should just eat that.
How you can taste the sweet polenta?
That's
Good,
amazing.
Harper. Good, Harper. When your sweet polenta is not attached anymore to the bottom of
bottom.
your pot, is the time in which you can turn off the heat. And now we need to let it completely cool down. Now that our sweet polenta is cool, we need to add our eggs. And like with the pâte choux, we need to incorporate the eggs one at a time. Now we add the baking powder, and remember to use
Sifter.
bravo. And last but not least, our raisin that before we add, we need to squeeze. And with 2 spoons, we do our cookies. Don't place them too close because they will rise a little bit in the oven. Those are big.
Yeah, I might have gotten
Those
too
are
small of
big.
a box.
But we see what we can do.
Got room for one more? Santa brought a lot of ingredients for this one.
See, Harper, this time we are going to use much more, many other ingredients than before. Here we are obvious in the south of Italy. Now I'm doing the Apulia version of these cookies, but we have this kind of cookies in Campania, Basilicata, Puglia, Calabria, Sicilia, and also Sardinia, because Sardinia is considered south of Italy. Mostaccioli. To make mostaccioli, the Christmas Apulian version, we need all-purpose flour, almonds, olive oil, sugar, cinnamon, cloves, vanilla, lemon, orange, mandarin, cocoa, some milk, eggs, baking powder, baking soda, some rum, and some coffee. The coffee is optional. I like and I'm putting in. We need to toast the almonds for 5, 6, 7 minutes. The consistency is the consistency of granella di Wonderland. The characteristic of mostaccioli, and it doesn't matter where they are from, is the not spicy but the spiced taste. So don't be shy with cloves, cinnamon, orange zest and all the rest, because this is what gives to our mostaccioli the real mostaccioli and Christmas taste. Because it happens that mostaccioli is one of my favorite cookies, I'm going very fancy with the real vanilla. Then, if you don't have, you can use also vanilla extract. I'm melting the baking soda in some milk. As you can see, the cookie dough is very crumbling. I need more liquid, so I'm going to add a little bit more milk. And I will add the milk a little bit at a time because I need to check on the consistency.
It smells super Christmassy.
The most difficult thing about the mostaccioli is to give them the right shape because they have the shape of, how do you say, rombo?
Rhomboid, but I think a better word maybe is diamond.
Diamond.
Why is that difficult?
Because I'm not very good.
Because you have a terrible sense of geometry? Do you want me to cut them?
Just to see. I think so.
How big do they need to be?
It depends because you can find them big, like in Napoli or in Calabria, or you can find them smaller. So it's up to us. Let's do them big like that, more or less.
Yes, I'm cutting the diamonds here. Someone is geometrically challenged. That looks good, right?
So this is a nice mostaccioli. Before we bake them, we need to spread them with a little bit of water because this will avoid the extra flour to make them crack. Do you understand?
Crack, yeah.
And now we need to make the glaze. This is a very simple chocolate glaze and is made with powdered sugar, cocoa powder and some water.
For me, what could
for
be
you.
inside?
I don't know, just stop and see.
I don't know why I'm wearing the Santa hat. You made the cookies. Actually, wait, no, come to think of it. Santa doesn't make the toys. The elves make the toys for him.
Which means that I'm an elf.
All right. Lovely Christmas cookies. Italian Christmas cookies. I'm used to Christmas cookies being like full of sprinkles and food coloring. All right, should we go in order? So these are the first cookie you made.
In Italy we have a lot of this kind of cookie. And this is the Abruzzesi version.
Yeah, well, they remind me of pasta di mandorla, which is my favorite Italian cookie ever. And they're very similar in terms of the ingredients. So I'm sort of expecting flavor like that. I'm curious to see what the difference will be.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito. They are similar, but there's some noticeable difference. Mostly the spiced flavor, the cinnamon.
The lemon.
They literally taste like the Christmasified version of pasta di mandorla. These polenta cookies, I am really curious about. The polenta by itself tasted so good. I don't think I've ever seen a corn-based cookie?
We have in Veneto different version of the same cookie. Some is a little bit more biscotto, more crunch. Some is a little bit more soft.
Yeah, these are, I can already tell how soft these are gonna be. Wait, let me break it open. Oh yeah, yeah.
Buon appetito!
Buon appetito. There should be more corn cookies. They're really, really good.
They're simple.
They're very simple. They're very light, but that's dangerous because these, I can see you just like not being able to stop eating them. Last, but certainly not least, are the only cookies in this box that I've had before. Well, no, actually, because I haven't had this version of them. I had from Naples.
They didn't have the Apulian version. Buon
Buon
appetito.
appetito. Hands down, the most Christmassy cookie here. They're kind of like, if you were to imagine, kind of like a chocolatey gingerbread. They're kind of like that. Super spiced, super Christmassy.
In the south of Italy, this is Christmas.
All right, what was your favorite? I think I know.
In general or for Christmas?
Interesting point.
Okay, for Christmas, for me it's Mostaccioli.
Mostaccioli.
Without
Okay.
Mostaccioli isn't Christmas for me. In general, I think that I will go with the Polenta one.
Ah, you stole my answer. That's exactly what I was gonna say. The Mostaccioli wins for being the most Christmassy, but the Polenta one is the best.
Also the almond one.
The almond one wins for being by far the simplest to make, so it wins the
Absolutely.
bang for your buck award. Whether you make these cookies, or some other Christmas cookies, or some other food entirely, if you give the gift of food to someone this holiday season, please send us a picture. We'd love to see it. We tend to believe that food literally is love, so we think it makes the best gift of all.
Except if you give to someone a Hot Pocket. In this case,
Who would do such a thing?
it doesn't really mean love. It's like maybe means something else.
Have you heard of tough love? All 3 recipes will be down below if you do want to make these Italian cookies, so check them out. We will be back with one more video before Christmas, and we have another Christmas themed treat that we want to talk about.
But right now, Harper, I'm so sorry. It became for us more or less a tradition.
Can you guess what it is? All right, guys, happy holidays. Ciao.
Ciao!